Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. We're just going to be another minute or two, and then we'll get rolling. Thank you. How's that? Oh, much better. One of the couple technical difficulties we had, because we can't do this without having some. First, I didn't have my glasses. Second, I didn't have my notes so I could pronounce names right. And third, and this is my biggest apology to a lot of the people at home, we had a small difficulty and we're not live streaming right now, so we are trying to record this and it will be posted later for them to see and hear and for all of you to go back and review and revel in the joy. So, thank you for being here. We may be few, but we are mighty. It's been a good day. We started the day with a Mario Kart tournament. We'll hear about that later. We've got several people up here that are responsible for bringing this ceremony. This is the third annual Esports Award ceremony. We are honoring high school students. We are honoring college students. We are honoring coaches. We are honoring schools and state associations. Because when Walter and I first talked about this, we talked about elevate and celebrate. We wanted to elevate the achievements of high school students and college students and esports athletes and celebrate them, because there wasn't a whole lot of celebration going on at the time. It was starting to kick in and there's more now, but that is our goal, is to elevate and celebrate across the nation the accomplishments and achievements of everybody involved. So, yeah, we could clap for that. We're always looking for more sponsors, and some sponsor in different ways. But here's a listing of some of our sponsors. We have the Trojan Esports Club here at school. We've got the Walter Day Collection, MCC Tigers, the International Video Game Hall of Fame, Gravity Gaming by Bytespeed, the IAHSEA, Mitatumwa, QuickLert, and Cinema Fairfield. So thank you to our sponsors. We also have some other people who are just special signatories that may not be a sponsor of any point, but as I call your name, please be recognized. First of all, we have the person who came to me and we met and said, let's do this, the father of esports, Walter Day. Stand up and smile. Next to him, we have the video game player of the century, Billy Mitchell. I am John Grunwald. I'm the coach, head coach here at Fairfield. I was on the executive board for the IAHSEA, and I've been involved a little bit with the International Video Game Hall of Fame, so all of that is kind of growing and changing. So that's me. Down here sitting with their team in their school, it's kind of hard to see. Let me turn on the lights. Nate Rodemeyer. Josh Knutson is not able to be here, but he is the person we work with Bytespeed. We'll talk about them briefly. They are one of our financial sponsors. On the stage here, a financial sponsor at the end, we have Kevin Brown from QuickLert. Lauren James is sitting down here too. She is the president of the IAHSEA, and they are here for the third year. Dana Husted, she is joining us through Zoom. She would have been here, but she had some issues going on at home that she cannot leave. More important things, but she is able to carve out some time to be with us through Zoom. So when we get to her part, we will hopefully seamlessly kick over to that and we'll hear from Dana. Another one we have is Solomon Davis, who represents Fairfield Cinema here in town. We'll talk about them when we get down the list a little bit. And representing Mitatumwa, we have Laura Carroll. So, a word about a couple of our sponsors here. First, we have Gravity Gaming by Bytespeed. We have worked with them here at the school. I know the IAHSEA has worked with them quite a bit to help pull off the state tournaments and everything. MCC, I think, do you work with them, Nate? A little bit. A little bit. They are involved in a lot of the schools. They provide a lot of esports support, equipment, sales, and they are a sponsor that helps get your cards and your awards printed. So you'll find them on your cards. You will also find their own card in your pack. So if you're looking for anything, esports, computer-wise, they've been huge supporters and ambassadors for the esports world. So thank you to Gravity Gaming. Next, I'm going to bring up Kevin. I met Kevin about 1.5 years ago in Florida. I was looking for some safety things for the school, and I found QuickLert. And we've had a big partnership with them, and they really cared about our students. And it's really interesting because when Kevin and I first met, he didn't know much about esports, and he kind of looked at me like, what are you talking about? And now he is here representing QuickLert as one of our financial sponsors, helping pay for the printing and the framing and the mailing of these awards. So Kevin, if you can come up for a second, please.
Just for a second. So it's an honor. It's an honor to be here. John is absolutely right. When he first talked to me about esports, I had this baffled look on my face. So he had to explain it to me. And once he explained it to me, I realized that I had a lot in common with this industry. I'm a technology pioneer. I co-founded this company, and that's what I've been doing pretty much all my life. I've just been a serial entrepreneur, always on the front end of technology. And now I meet John, who introduces me to a sporting world, a gaming world that is exactly in line with what I do. All of you are pioneers in a great sense, in that 20 years from now, 25 years from now, you have no idea how people are going to be talking about esports as a common thing. Today, it's a small ceremony in a small auditorium. 20 years from now, it's going to be massive. But you have the opportunity to realize that, hey, I'm at the forefront of something that is quite impressive. And I would encourage some of you, don't stop here. Not only can you be players and participants in something like this, some of you can be creators of this type of technology. Some of you can be instigators. AI technologies and a lot of new breakthroughs will allow many of us to do things we have not been able to do in the past. So I commend you. I honor all of you. This is a very cool thing. And as I tell musicians often, when I grew up, I was a basketball player. I was a boxer. I ran track. Those are things that as you get older, you can never do. God's gift to the athlete, from a physical sense is very fleeting, but God's gift to you as esports people is forever. You will always be able to do this. You will always be able to enjoy this. And so I commend you for the decisions that you've made. It's very cool to be sitting on the same stage as Walter Day, who thought of all of this, who envisioned this. And Billy Mitchell, my wife's out there, babe, a perfect score in Pac-Man, for God's sakes. So, for those of us who don't know much about it other than just, playing the game, we're on the stage with royalty here. So, happy to be here. It's my honor. And John, thanks for letting us have this opportunity. Appreciate it. It's always good to see you. Thank you, sir.
Each of our sponsors, as well as our recipients, are getting their card, as you can see up there, and an award that is signed by all of the people up on stage here. It means a lot for me to do that for them and say thank you for that. So that is his card. Our sponsors' cards will also be in your pack. So you will have one from Bytespeed, you'll have one from QuickLert and Cinema Fairfield and Mita Tumwa. In case you're saying, boy, who was that person? I've also heard from backstage that we may have the live stream going now, which is positive. Before we go much further, Walter, would you like to say anything?
Well, first of all, I didn't come prepared. I didn't really expect to be making a speech. But what I mainly have brought to the table is just what John has brought to the table, and that is lots of inspiration. There's a huge amount of inspiration and pioneering inspiration in the esports world. Of all the sports out there, in my opinion, the one that might have the most potential for expansion and progress is esports. Baseball's become what it's going to become. Football's become what it's going to become. But who knows what esports are going to become? The potential to be so big is simply amazing. And it's so funny that when I first founded Twin Galaxies almost 45 years ago in Ottumwa, Iowa, I was inspired by video game playing as a genuine competitive sport. And miraculously, I was surrounded by lots and lots of people who believed in it also. And they became the core of history's first competitive professional gamers. And that spirit that they were alive with is the same spirit that all of you have been born with. And it's in your hands now, as the new generation, to turn esports into the wonderful thing that it has the potential to become. And the trading cards that I developed, that John got enthusiastic about, they're almost like Boy Scout merit badges, given to people who do different things to contribute to the growth of esports. So it went through video game playing, went through pinball playing, the video game playing, and now modern day esports. And we're very honored to honor your contributions with these cards and awards today, because these are going to become mementos. These are going to become family heirlooms that future generations are going to look back on and be amazed that video game players also were on baseball cards, just like baseball and football players. So we are honored to present these today, and I've been honored to make all these cards. It was a lot of work. I think we did 147 cards and awards, John. Does that sound right?
I think 131 awards, 131 cards, 147 awards.
And it's been a pleasure and a joy to do it, and I'm very honored to meet a lot of you people. So be sure when the program's over to come up and say hi to me if you haven't met me yet. Thank you very much.
And Billy, did you want to say anything, or just smile and look good?
Well, I'm Billy Mitchell, and John threw me under the bus today saying, I'm going to put you on stage. Do you have anything you want to say? And I came here just as prepared as Walter Day. But what I would say is, I was there in 1982. I was there at Life magazine, what so many would call the genesis of competitive gaming. And when I was at that event, it was so very new, just like esports is to you. And we all had a dream, an idea, or a vision that it would grow and grow and become more and more competitive until finally there would be people anywhere and everywhere competing on video games. The world gave birth to the internet, which made all of this possible. But during that time period, there were so many people. Sure, there were people that had that vision, had that dream. There were so many naysayers as well. Those naysayers are in no place to judge any one of you here. The only one in a position to judge anyone here are the people exactly next to you, the people who are giving it the same effort and the same respect. It's absolutely something that'll continue to grow. I'm always asked, gee, 40 years ago, you were playing games. Did you ever envision that they would come to the point that they are? And the answer is absolutely no. So then I get asked the question, where do you think they'll be 40 years from now? I don't have the vaguest clue. It's beyond any imagination I could ever have. But that's absolutely the world that you're stepping into. It's absolutely the challenge that you're facing. So many times we were headed where we were headed, but we didn't know where we were headed. We were just running forward as fast as we could, and we thought that our vision, our dreams, our sport would find its path, and that's exactly what happened. So that's exactly what I would encourage every one of you here to do, is absolutely chase the passion you have, because it opens so many other doors in life. What you learn, the skills you achieve, the insight you gain will benefit you in every aspect of your life, 110%.
The next thing we would like to do is honor some state associations. Now, like I said, we may have a small crowd, but we are mighty. Out beyond our walls, we've got 8 states that are participating today. And 131 cards to those 8 states. Some are students, some are high school, some are college, some are coaches, but some of them are associations that provide these opportunities. Again, elevate and celebrate. If it wasn't for these state associations providing a place for schools to come together and competitions, it would be pretty tough to have what we have today. So that is why we are celebrating the state associations also. At this time, I want to bring up Jerry Byram. He is the president of the International Video Game Hall of Fame. Casey wants to say a word or two. They've been here from the start with us just to help us recognize the link to the past, but also look forward to where we're going. So here's Jerry.
Welcome, y'all. Good to see you. What we can see of you. It's dark in here. But hey, I just want to tell you, Walter is doing a music career, man. Like with Taylor Swift, right? And my Chiefs. How about that? So maybe next year you play for us. That'd be great. So I just want to say thank you all for coming out, participating. I think we've heard this many, many years, and it still holds true. Y'all are pioneers, kicking this bad boy off at the high school and collegiate level. It's really pretty cool to see. So from the Hall of Fame's perspective, I look forward to seeing you guys in there at some point. Actually, I'd like to see some of you in there now in a volunteer capacity to help build the esport world in the Hall of Fame. That would be wonderful. So if any of you have aspirations, hit me up. Let's talk. We have some places for you to help bring some of your accomplishments into the Hall of Fame world. So with that, I'm going to donate the rest of my time. I think Laura's after me. She's prepared. But John, you want to speak first?
Yes.
So thank you all for coming out. I love seeing you all here competing. It's excellent. Thank you.
So, the first state association we are going to honor today is the Garden State Esports Association in New Jersey. There's a national association that kind of rules over several of these, and I do believe they were one of the charter members. So they will be getting their award and their card sent to them. Garden State Esports. The Iowa High School Esports Association. Lauren, come on up, shake your hands, come get your award. The next state association is the Minnesota Varsity League. The Minnesota Varsity League and the Iowa High School Esports Association are going to help with us with promoting this and what we do, because I do believe in both of these states, and maybe some of these others as we talk, they'll start mentioning this at their state tournaments. So people will know ahead of time that you are eligible when you win. So that is one of the big things. If you're a state champion, you can submit your name for these cards. So thank you to Minnesota also. Nebraska Schools Esports Association. I do believe they have been honored in all 3 of these, if I remember correctly. If not, it's been the last 2, but they have a lot of participants this year, and we really appreciate their support. Oklahoma Scholastic Esports. I know for a fact they've been involved in all 3 years here. They've been great supporters, and their coaches and their students look forward to being honored at this event. And the Wisconsin High School Esports Association. Their president, Mike Dolly, was one of the first awards that we gave out 3 years ago for a coach, and he still continues to be involved with us and support us, and I thank him, as well as the whole association. And I'm from Wisconsin, so that's a good place in my heart. Next, we go from the big umbrella of the state associations to scholastic esports clubs. These are some of those schools that may have participated for their first year, may have done some pretty big things themselves with their teams. These are those club level awards. So at this time, we're going to hear from the president of the IAHSEA, Lauren James.
Well, I just want to say thank you to John and everyone here involved for inviting me to come and represent the Iowa High School Esports Association. It is one of the great honors of my life at this point to be president of the IHSCA. There's been so many great people before me, some of which are in the audience today, and I'm excited for who gets to come after me. But you know, a small story from my experience in esports, especially scholastic esports. On my first day of my first teaching job, we introduced ourselves to all the incoming freshmen. And you go down the line, and it's very similar to what we're doing right now. You go down the line and you say who you are and what you teach, and you know how you're going to have such a great year. And it gets to this math teacher, and he goes, "Hi, I'm the math teacher, but I also run the esports club." And I said, "Hold up. What do you mean, esports club? What do you mean that you've got a club where we can play games together?" And I immediately after that went to him and say, "Did you need help at all with setting things up or anything that I could be involved?" Because I was so excited for that opportunity for those new students in front of me. And any way that I could be supportive of that, I wanted to do it. And now, 5 years later, here I am giving out or helping give out these amazing awards to students who are more than deserving of these recognitions. Although, or I should say, in future years, I hope to even have some of my own kids in these positions of recognition. There's a lot of great things that come out of scholastic esports. There's been tons of conversation about scholastic esports versus those that are quote unquote pay to play and the discourse between the two. But regardless of that discourse, we aim, at least at the IAHSEA as well as other state associations, to give an equitable and free way for kids to communicate, use gaming as an outlet for teamwork and participation for lots of communities that don't have that type of space for all students. And so I hope to continue that as we continue to grow in the IHSCA. We are over 100 schools strong, and in this upcoming spring season, we have 67 teams signed up to play Mario Kart, which is, in the previous year, more teams than we had even in the association up to that point. So I'm so excited to be a part of that growth. As John said, being able to celebrate and elevate, and I hope to see all of you guys, whether you are planned to or not, at our state championship next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I know MCC will be there representing their college. Fairfield will be there because they beat us to get there. Well, never mind. They did, but we hope to see as many of you there as possible to continue to celebrate and elevate. So I thank you so much for having me here today.
One thing I need to check really quick here, make sure our Zoom is still, okay, maybe not. I want to make sure our Zoom gets connected here because otherwise we won't have one of our speakers. So I apologize, it timed out on us. I'd sing while I did this, but I need to concentrate. wouldn't be right if we didn't have issues. Okay, hopefully we will be ready to go with that shortly. All right, the first club level is Cardinal High School Esports. Are you here today? I think they are, or were. Cardinals' first competitive season was last year, so that is one of the things that in the Iowa system, if it is your first year competing in the association, we like to commemorate that with an award. So we will be getting that to them. Another school that competed for their first time last year, Waukee High School. I realize distance is kind of an issue sometimes, but we're hoping to grow, and I don't know, maybe we'll have to set up teleporters. Yeah, that's true. Going out a little bit further, we have Apple Valley High School Esports in Apple Valley, Minnesota. I was just reading an article on them that was published yesterday, and the accomplishments of their team in 4 years. I think they've got 7 state titles. They're really going strong. They've been an exemplary program. They have students being honored yet tonight and had students honored last year. And about the time they were being honored last year is when they said, hey, we just won again. And I said, that's next year. So they're back again this year. And Blair Esports program from Blair High School in Blair, Oklahoma. I think it was their Valorant team, we'll find out for sure later, at one point was 58-0 over a couple different years. So they've got some excellence going there. So we will be celebrating their students later and sending their cards out. We also, in the collegiate realm, have brought on Ball State University Esports. Ball State in Muncie, Indiana, we've worked with their coach a little bit. They have, do you remember, Walter, how many people are in their club? Over 100, isn't it? Or was it a couple hundred?
They were very proud of the fact that they have 700 people participating in their esports.
There we go, 700 people participating in their college esports program. So we will honor some of them later tonight also, or this afternoon. On to the collegiate division. We still would like to expand this. We're getting started a little bit slow, but we're building that. So for the college awards, I want to bring up Amber Lothers, and Nate Rodemeyer will come up to introduce her, and I will get her award while we're at it.
All right, I'll keep my time up here brief this time. So, my name is Nate Rodemeyer. I represent Marshalltown Community College here with head coach Andrew Goforth in the audience. He started the program and then we kind of built it up together, and we've had a lot of great success and a lot of community that we've built. And we are pleased to have Amber with us today to kind of share her story a little bit. And I don't think she needs much more introduction other than I'm going to say it because she won't. She's a 2-time national champion in Mario Kart. So everybody, Amber Lothers.
Hey, hi. Like Nate said, I'm Amber Lothers, and the 2-time national champion in Mario Kart for the league we play in the NJCAAE. I've won in like a 1v1 Mario Kart and recently teams this year. And they invited me up here today to kind of talk about my experience with MCC Esports in the past 2 years. And I think it's going to be kind of interesting because, as you can see, I am a woman, which is something that you probably don't see too often in esports right now. So I joined the MCC Esports team in the first semester that it existed. I heard about it after one of my classes that I was taking with Nate. I saw a bunch of people coming into the esports arena, and I was interested, like, what is this? When they told me it was esports, I was like, can I play for you? and they let me play Mario Kart, and I kind of won a few championships. But the most important thing about being in the MCC Esports program isn't how I won those things, but kind of the sense of community I found with MCC. Because before this, like I said, I'm a woman in esports, and I've always had an interest in video games. But back then, being a girl interested in video games was kind of difficult, because back then video games were seen as the boys' club. So when I would bring my Nintendo DS to school, playing it during recess, I remember all the other girls looking at me like I was weird, because it was back then. And in high school, I would get weird looks from all my other classmates again because I was watching Minecraft YouTube videos because I loved video games. So back then, it wasn't really possible for me to find a community. But then MCC Esports showed up. And everything was different there because nobody really cared in the best way possible that it was girl. They just played with me. They treated me like one of the boys, in a good way, of course. And I realized that it was the place I had been longing for since I was a kid that I didn't even know about. And this place, it allowed me to kind of grow and see myself change into someone that I didn't even know I was. Like, I didn't know I was such a team mom for the team. I was going to every single game. I don't know anything about Overwatch, but I was there for every single Overwatch game that the team played. I was there for all of the playoffs of this semester. I still don't know anything about Overwatch, but I was probably cheering pretty loud when they won. And that's what honors me so much about being invited to speak here and being on the same stage as Walter Day, because when he came to Marshalltown Community College last year, I told Walter Day that what he did with esports gave me this place I could belong, and I'm always going to be grateful for that. And I want anyone here to know, regardless of your gender, your race, where you come from, that esports is a place you can belong as long as you put in the work and love what you do, because it's the place that I found that I belong, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Amber. That's one of the reasons I asked her to be up here, because just like the state associations and national associations and now school ones, it gives people a place to belong, and that is important. It's more about that than it is the wins and the losses. It's that place to excel. Next in the collegiate circuit, Coach Andrew Goforth from Marshalltown Community College. Next we have from Ball State University in Muncie, Indiana, R. Muhammad Alif for iRacing. Also from Muncie, Indiana, give me a second, Evan Sefchek. Thanks, I had to switch my paper to make sure I had that. He's a Rocket League champion and a coach, I do believe, for their team. Next, we have Spencer Smith from Ball State University. And their coach, Dan Marino, Ball State University. Not the football guy. So we will send their awards to them. They are proud of their club. We are proud to have them on board, and hopefully we will see more of them. Also, we have a local guy, and Walter helped us find him. Owen Blake, are you here? Yep. All right, come on up, Owen. We'll have him tell the story. How about that? Come on up and speak.
Hi, everybody. My name is Owen. I was born and raised here in Fairfield. I grew up playing video games. I also grew up playing sports. I was a basketball player and other sports. I also grew up practicing transcendental meditation, and meditation has always been a big helpful. It's always been very helpful for me in both my personal and my athletic goals. And I became a teacher of TM and decided that I really wanted to bring meditation to esports. I'd found that it had been very helpful for my own performance, mentally, athletically, and so on. And so I wanted to bridge these two passions that I had in life. I decided to pursue my PhD here at MIU, researching the effects of transcendental meditation on professional League of Legends athletes. So I went out to Berlin. I was hired by Misfits Gaming as a performance coach and worked for them for 2 to 3 years with their professional League of Legends team. So I did everything from diet, exercise, routine, taught them meditation. We did team building workshops, the communication workshops, and so on. So we worked with them extensively and collected my data for my research. Just this December, I just finished my study, hoping to be publishing soon in one of the esports journals. But I just finished and graduated with my PhD. I'm going to be working at MIU as a faculty member and also starting an esports club there. So anybody here in Fairfield who's interested in potentially pursuing esports at the collegiate level, I'd be happy to chat afterwards. But just happy to be here, happy to be celebrating and elevating everyone in esports that's here and around the world watching. So thanks everyone for having me. Appreciate you.
Not only do we entertain the champions from schools and colleges, but we also have several tournaments. And Walter has graciously said, hey, if you win this tournament, we will have a card for you. So we have sponsors with tournaments, one of which we did a tournament last year with Solomon Davis and Cinema Fairfield. Solomon can't be here because of his job schedule, but he did send me just a couple words to read to you. He would love to be here, but he had to run a movie at the cinema tonight. He would tell you that he was a big fan of King of Kong and watched it back in 2007 when he lived in Seattle. He said, it's surreal for me to now live here in Fairfield and have a connection with Walter, Mr. G, and the entire esports community. Cinema Fairfield thoroughly enjoyed the tournament last year, and he looks forward to having many more. We've had conversations about having community tournaments there later this year, so please watch for those if you're in the area, not just Fairfield. You can come an hour away and participate in these, or you can come 4 hours away if you'd like, but watch for those coming up, and that is Cinema Fairfield. Another tournament that has happened twice is with Mitatumwa, so I'm going to bring up Laura Carroll to accept her award and tell you a little bit about Mitatumwa and the Meet Your Destiny tournament.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be back here again this year. This is the second year that we've held the Meet Your Destiny tournament in Ottumwa at Bridgeview Center, and we're so excited to be able to honor those winners today. When you live and work in the video game capital of the world, it just makes sense to have a tournament to encourage and support the players of today while we're showcasing the players of yesterday and making those meet. We're going to be announcing sometime soon the schedule for this year's tournament, so be on the lookout for that. And we'll look forward to seeing you. And again, congratulations to everyone who's here this afternoon. Thanks so much.
And now on to some of our winners from that tournament. From Marshalltown, Isaac Rangel in Smash Bros. Overwatch champion. We had a team, but Zach is a member of that team that turned in his stuff. Zach Goforth, West Des Moines, Iowa. Connor Hawkins, League of Legends, Fairfield, Iowa. Connor is one of those examples. He can't be here today because he happens to be performing at All-State Speech. So, multiple activities. David Creer, League of Legends, Fairfield, Iowa. I wasn't sure if he was here. League of Legends, Marcus Trent from Fairfield, Iowa. Busy. Evie Messer, League of Legends, Fairfield, Iowa. I think Evie might be All-State Speech too. Yes. And Demetrio Petromeus, Mario Kart champion, Fairfield, Iowa. That is not the first time you'll see him today. Rocket League, Tony Rivera, Waterloo, Iowa. Rocket League, Eric Yu, Elk Run Heights, Iowa. He drove 2 hours just to be here and smile on stage. Thank you, Eric. Noah Werning, Elk Run Heights, Iowa. And Elijah Powell from Keosauqua, Iowa, our Pac-Man champion. That was something we did that was a little bit different. Last year we had a Pac-Man tournament and a Tetris tournament on the side along with our regular games, kind of that old school stuff, and Elijah took home a nice trophy there. We also had Tristan Garrettson for Tetris, Fairfield, Iowa. Tristan is also performing at All-State Speech today. Now I would like to bring up Nate once again to talk about the Mario Kart tournament from today. Nate.
Mario Kart for MCC, follow me up on stage. Straighten yourselves out right there. Don't fall out. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. All right, so I am really proud of everybody that's on this stage today. One of the things that is number one in our culture, our ethos at MCC, is to be loud and proud. And you would be hard-pressed to find a group of students that is more loud and proud than the students we have who play for us at MCC across any of our games. And I think our Mario Kart team is one of the best examples we have of that, as well as some of our Smash people out here in the audience today, right? Everybody we have is super passionate about what they do and their involvement with esports. You heard that a little bit from Amber today. The community that they've built is fantastic. We were really excited to be able to be here today to host the Mario Kart tournament that led up to the award ceremony. Several of these players either helped run that tournament or helped participate in that tournament here today. And so standing before you are the MCC Gold and the MCC Blue Mario Kart teams. And MCC did so well with Mario Kart teams this last semester that in the grand finals, Gold and Blue faced each other for the title. So we are pretty proud of ourselves and our Mario Kart accomplishments. And these students are incredibly, they're huge assets to the program and what we have, as well as all of the other MCC students that are sitting here in the audience. So thank you for allowing us to be here today to help run that tournament. And thank you, Mario Kart team, for all that you guys do. All right, so MCC Mario Kart team, you guys can go back to your seats, except for Amber needs to stay up, and so does Gabby. And Ryan, you need to stay up here as well. And I need Dimitri to come back up here. All right. Yeah, that happened today. So the tournament that we held today had 20 participants, including yours truly, who totally did not get skunked by his own students. Could not be more proud. And so the four that you have standing before you today competed in the grand finals earlier today. And so first up we have Gabby Erickson, who took 4th place in the tournament. So congratulations to Gabby. Next we have Amber Lathers, who took 3rd place in today's tournament. So congratulations, Amber. In 2nd place, we had Ryan Erickson, no relation to Gabby, from Nevada. Congratulations, Ryan. And our grand champion today is Dimitri Petromeus from Fairfield. All right, we love being able to host community events like this, getting people involved, whether they already play for a team, whether they're community members or not, getting them involved in their communities, playing games and bringing people together, because like Amber said, it is really about not the competition, but the community that comes from it. So thank you very much. All right.
Now we'll get to the real roll call for the day. This is where most of our awards come from. It's also where a lot of our awards are out of state, so we'll be going through those names. We won't have a lot of people across the stage here because it is a distance from New Jersey and Oklahoma and things, but we still wish to recognize them. But before we actually get to them, we have 2 more people to hear from. First, from MCC. Would you like to introduce Micah? Nate?
All right, I have the honor to introduce to you yet another MCC student. Again, I'll let him kind of do his thing, but I'm very proud to welcome Micah up to the stage. Micah is a current student at MCC and an esports management major, so somebody who is looking to get into esports as a lifelong career, which is super awesome and inspiring. I have known Micah since he was in 8th grade because before I taught at the college level, I was a high school teacher and coach over in Williamsburg, Iowa, which is where we plucked this guy from. So everybody welcome Micah Geringer.
So guys, my name is Micah Geringer. Just a year or 2 ago, I was sitting in those seats. I played in the IAHSEA, just like some of you in here. I played Smash Brothers Ultimate, K-Rool main, shout out to nobody. Just kidding, they don't play them. Yeah! Yeah! And I also played Madden up for MCC along with Smash. Yeah! As some of you know, I wasn't like the biggest esports fans coming into high school. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like kind of weird. I already played basketball and soccer, so I didn't really like, necessarily think of esports as an option for me. But I had a friend call me. He goes, "Dude, we just need like one more guy to fill out the roster. You should totally join." I was like, "No way! Like, I don't want to do it." Hey, I didn't even know he wasn't even playing the game, but he goes, "You need to join, man." So I was like, "All right, I'll join. I'll be your 5th guy so you can have a season." And one of the greatest decisions I have ever been persuaded to do. I've met so many people that otherwise, I may never talk to, I may never see. Made some lifelong friends, including one, not just Williamsburg, but at MCC. I got great coaches, great friends, great teammates. Call them my brothers. They are. If you don't think so, you are. Don't worry about it. It's so weird. Not everybody knows esports. Like, they do, but they don't. My old man, for example, he calls it EA Sports, based off of the football or, football games. He goes, "How's your EA Sports doing?" He has no idea what that is. But he's interested in it, and that's what I think is cool. Both my parents, yeah, like I said, they don't know anything about it. My friend's family doesn't know anything about it either, but as long as their kid's in it, that's what matters to them, and I think that's really important. I just think that it's growing. You gotta stay passionate with it. You gotta make sure you want it. I think that's the biggest part of the entire thing, is that you can play it, but you gotta own it. It's gotta be yours, and I think that's really cool. I see that all the time up at MCC. People take charge. It is their game. I play 2 games, but Smash is my game. Whether or not I win or lose is irrelevant. So, shout out to you guys for sticking with it. I hope you stay with it. It's a great opportunity for anybody that wants to join, and I thank you.
So this may be a little bit hard to hear, but I'm going to play it anyway. He had no clue when we did the first ceremony that when he was talking in the esports arena upstairs that there was a camera just watching all the equipment. And we do have the video, so you can hear exactly what he had to say when he wasn't put on the spot. So hopefully you can hear this well enough.
I think that esports is gonna grow. I didn't want to do esports, but I had a friend. We forced I had a friend who strongly persuaded me while I was eating apple pie. But I truly think that even though I was like skeptical first, or I was kind of thinking what other people would think of me doing this, I don't think it like mattered to me as much as I thought it would. And I think doing this is a great way to like meet a bunch of other people that I 1000% definitely wouldn't be talking to if we weren't doing things like this. And I think this is just, it just took a love for a game that I love playing by myself, and then I got to like play other people who also have the same feelings. And I think it's a great thing. So,
That might have been a little bit hard to hear, but from the time I saw that, every time I think of Mike, I think about that, and that's kind of been my mantra, just getting those people in to share the experience with whoever they can. Our next speaker is somebody I met many years ago when I went to the NACAD conference. She agreed to be here with us and speak. She's been very instrumental in esports. She is a collegiate esports advocate. She has gone on to be an international esports ambassador with her work through the military. This is where we are hoping that the Zoom will work, so we'll try and get this up really quick with Dana. And it looks like I'll have to start it again. Talk amongst yourselves. Hopefully she'll be ready to join right in here as soon as it comes up. There she is. Yes. Yes, if you want to step down, you can see her. She's going to be up there right now. Can you hear us, Dana? Let's see if we can hear you.
Hi, Hi, Tess, can you hear me?
There we go.
All right.
All right, so we've got the crew here, and you're on the big screen. It's all yours.
All right. Well, hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Guests, parents, and most importantly, our high school esports champions. Some of you watching in the crowd may know me, others may not. So for those of you that don't, my name is Dana Husted. As John likes to call me, an international esports ambassador, which is true, but I'm just Dana. I'm from Northwest Iowa originally, up by the Storm Lake area. I went to Galva Holstein High School, and I ended up graduating from Grandview University in Des Moines. Some of you may be familiar. A little bit of background about me and my history in esports is that I was the first female esports director in the United States. So coming with that was a lot of pressure. I got into video games, growing up. I had 3 other brothers. However, it wasn't part of our household really. We had a Game Boy, we had an Atari, Super Nintendo, things like that, but it wasn't really until college in a group of friends where I got into, the depth of gaming and the business opportunities and the marketing opportunities and really fed into what I wanted to do with my life. No, I did not think gaming was going to be my future and my career, but here we are. So I actually started the esports program at Grandview University in Des Moines back in 2017. We decided that Grandview needed to have another offering, and it ended up starting out as a volunteer opportunity, followed by a full-time employment when I was asked to run the first college esports tournament really in Iowa and in the Midwest at that time for about $10,000. So we had League of Legends teams come from all across the United States to Des Moines where we had that tournament. And it was a really cool opportunity to see, okay, wow, this is going to be the start of something really big, and universities had started to make programs, school administrations were starting to get on board, and that is really, really crucial in your guys' future pathways. And I know that because I work with all of those administrators. I've worked with countless high schools in the state of Iowa, the Midwest, and across the United States, as well as helping colleges start their programs. So a really big part of what my motto would be is I'm trying to create best practices where I can bridge the gap between gaming and business, and how do we make that effective and stable? And as some of you know, sometimes esports right now, especially lately, we haven't seen a very stable ecosystem in the professional scene. But what I am here to say is that you are all in a really great seat, and you have a really great opportunity ahead of you, not only because you have done your job here at the high school level, but there are so many scholarship opportunities and non-player roles, if you wish, at the collegiate space. And part of what I really enjoy doing is sharing about what those opportunities are. I like to recruit kids to colleges, whether that be on partial scholarships or full ride scholarships. And then also just being able to find people a home where they feel comfortable in gaming and esports. So at the end of the day, each of you are sitting here because you have not only been working really, really hard at your skills and your crafts, but your battleground is actually digital, right? And your strategy has to reign supreme. Your hand-eye coordination is just as crucial as it is physical. Mental toughness and that fortitude is extremely important. And some of you are going to find that mental health in esports is very, very important. You have very strenuous days. You are having to play long matches, right? Best of 3s, 5, sometimes 7. These things take a toll, and also playing at a really high level. And so what I am trying to, portray to all the students that I meet and talk with is that you have an opportunity here to do something bigger than yourself, and to leave not only your high schools better than when you found it, but also the colleges that you go and attend better than you found it. And that is what I tried to do, in my time in collegiate, right? So growing Grandview's program from 10 students to 55 students in full ride scholarships and an entirely furnished space. Moving on to Florida Tech, where we have a beautiful, beautiful facility, and we cater to 1,200 students during the school year through competitive, leisure, intramurals, non-player roles, and student employment. right? So these are the things that I want you to start looking for as you go forward into your collegiate opportunities and find what is the best fit for me. How can I fit and make my passion and continue to do those things, but also, you know, finding the right academic home, right? It's not just about where I want to go and play games at, but it's right about what is my academic path and my future career path, and who's going to set me up for success. Finding your champion in each of those college programs is so critical. And there's a lot of people out there who are going to tell you, hey, I have the best esports program, come here, blah, blah, blah. But you really do need to sit down and look at what is best for me, right? What is best for me going forward into my future? And so if any of you ever at any time have questions about what does that recruiting process look like, what should I be looking for, you have really great resources here in Iowa. And you also have a resource in me. Now, I know that I don't know many of you champions out there watching and also sitting there in Fairfield today, but I can tell you that you have a lot of support around you and that we are trying to help build that ecosystem for it to be sustainable in the long term. And I guess where I'm at now in my career is not where I thought I was ever going to be, right? Starting in collegiate, I was an event planner, I was in traditional sports my whole life, and now I'm actually a global event manager for a military nonprofit where I work with really large brands and big content creators so that I can provide gaming opportunities to military and their families. And a recent cool thing that relates to you all in high school is that we have military schools all over the world. And we just conducted the first high school esports championship in the Pacific. So Japan, Guam, and South Korea all participated in high school esports, and we crowned the first ever Rocket League and Valorant champions, and that was an extremely big accomplishment for them. And all of you sitting here today are just like them. You've done something really, really great that each of you should be proud of, your parents should be proud of, your school administrators should be proud of, and don't ever let anybody take that for granted. So what I would like to tell you and leave you with today is that beyond the trophies and your accolades that you may get, the values instilled through esports really truly set you champions apart. Sometimes esports, and we know this, has the power to unite individuals from all walks of life, right? Geography, language, culture, collaboration and competition. Champions and esports, you're forging long-lasting relationships and friendships, right? Whether they're online or in real life. You're creating mutual respect and you're learning valuable lessons that are going to serve you far past your time in gaming. Gaming might be the thing that you do now to compete, but eventually, hopefully, you know, you're still going to enjoy it when you're in your 30s and 40s and get to just play with your group of friends, right? So just remember who supported you every step of the way. Say thank you to those administrators. Say thank you to Mr. Grunwald and Walter Day and everybody in this room today that is here cheering you on. Your support goes far wider than this room. So everybody give yourselves a round of applause. And I'm really, really excited here to say congratulations and to elevate you into all being the champions that you are, and good luck in the rest of your path.
Thank you, Dana. Glad you could join us through Zoom. We really appreciate that. I'll get your cards and your awards to you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Walter, come on back up. All right, so for a lot of these next awards, we have them broken up into games. A lot of them are out of state and aren't here, so if we can just hold our applause till the end of each game title, that would be good. And those that are here for your awards, we'll gladly have you come up on the stage and we can applaud for you if that's the case. All right, first, Rocket League state champions. We have Coach Andrew Yep from Waukesha South High School, Waukesha, Wisconsin. Penn Gilchrist, Waukesha South High School, Waukesha, Wisconsin. David Johnson, Waukesha South High School, Waukesha, Wisconsin. Jelani Fletcher Swims, Waukesha South High School, Waukesha, Wisconsin. Lucas Menzer, Waukesha South High School, Waukesha, Wisconsin. Coach Matt Hinkle from Northwest High School, Grand Island, Nebraska. Evan Kirk, Northwest High School, Grand Island, Nebraska. Brady Cornelius, Northwest High School, Grand Island, Nebraska. Cortland Shear, Northwest High School, Grand Island, Nebraska. Brennan Cornelius, Northwest High School, Grand Island, Nebraska. From Fairfield, Fairfield High School, Ryan Higgins. He's at school in Arizona, so he's not here today. Andrew Tietza, Fairfield High School, Fairfield, Iowa. Carter Stutzman, Fairfield High School, Fairfield, Iowa. And you've seen him before, and it's not the last time you'll see him in years to come. Demetrios Petromeus, Fairfield High School, Fairfield, Iowa. Both Dimitri and Carter are returning from last year, where they won the state championship, and this year they return to defend that title next week. Jacob Carlson, Fairfield, Iowa, Fairfield High School. That's right, he's not here either. He's probably studying. Nick Giese from Wisconsin Connections Academy, Appleton, Wisconsin. He's their coach. Dean Gray Hart, Wisconsin Connections Academy, Appleton, Wisconsin. Isaiah Grant, Wisconsin Connections Academy, Appleton, Wisconsin. And Walter came up with the idea last year to have milestone cards. So we have pictures from the actual day of state. This is Fairfield's milestone card. So Demetrios and Carter, come on up and get your card. And Coach Michael Golden, I do believe you are here too, right? For the milestone cards, we have 4 teams getting them today. We are providing one for every teammate that was on the team that day. Thank you, guys. Good luck next week. Van Buren County High School milestone card. They were the Rocket League champions for the IHSEA Division II champions last year. Come on up. I do believe you are here, correct? All right, Coach. All right. Van Buren is playing next week at the state finals again also. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you. I'd like to note that these students all submit their own bios and they choose their own pictures too. So that really makes these cards personalized to them. So thank you for the work you take to send that to us, and Walter for making those. That was Rocket League for all of them. On to Call of Duty. We have Tyler Gray, coach from Blair High School, Blair, Oklahoma. Dixon Davis, Blair High School, Blair, Oklahoma. Braden Adcock, Blair High School, Blair, Oklahoma. Luke Weeks, Blair High School, Blair, Oklahoma. And Sean Williams, Blair High School, Blair, Oklahoma. Kason Welch, Blair High School, Blair, Oklahoma. Aiden Stewart, Blair High School, Blair, Oklahoma. That is a team that went 58-0 over a couple of years, and I think they have some that have graduated. So big accomplishment for them. That's why they got their club card and their players. Thank you. We have one recipient for state champion in Minnesota for chess. Andrew Prochnow, Apple Valley High School, Apple Valley, Minnesota. And his coach, Isaac Johnson, Apple Valley High School, Apple Valley, Minnesota. CSGO. Dallas Price, Canute High School, Canute, Oklahoma. Bryler Lewis, Canute High School, Canute, Oklahoma. Noah Thompson, Canute High School, Canute, Oklahoma. Congratulations to CSGO. Some of you may laugh at me, maybe not. When I first saw this title, I had no idea this was even a game. DKO, Divine Knockout. Coach, Tyler McBride, Texoma High School, Texoma, Oklahoma. Luke McDaniel, Texoma High School, Texoma, Oklahoma. Andrew Breeden, Texoma High School, Texoma, Oklahoma. Halo, Braylon Cole, Glenpool High School, Glenpool, Oklahoma. Luke Furry, Epic Charter Schools, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Caden Rosebook, Epic Charter Schools, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Brendan Turner, Epic Charter Schools, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And Alicia Missy Store, Epic Charter Schools, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. League of Legends. Coach, Jose Jimenez from South Sioux City High School, South Sioux City, Nebraska. And Dong Nguyen from South Sioux City High School, South Sioux City, Nebraska. That's a mouthful to say. Alex Whelan, coach from Wayne High School, Wayne, Nebraska. Ethan Bonnert from Wayne High School, Wayne, Nebraska. Jace Piper, Wayne High School, Wayne, Nebraska. Chase Adams, Wayne High School, Wayne, Nebraska. Dean Young, Wayne High School, Wayne, Nebraska. Aiden Bonnert, Wayne High School, Wayne, Nebraska. League of Legends. Madden 20. Maybe we'll see Micah in here sometime. Coach Tyson Moore, Pauls Valley High School, Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. And his player, Jackson Hamilton, Pauls Valley High School, Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. Mario Kart, Tylen Walker from Winnebago High School, Winnebago, Nebraska. Overwatch. We have another milestone card for Linn-Mar High School, the Overwatch 2 Division 1 IAHSEA champions in 2023. I don't think anybody is available for them today. Could be wrong. Is anybody here? Okay. And Newman Catholic High School, Newman, Iowa, Overwatch 2 Division 2 2023 IAHSEA champions. Hopefully, with your help and some of the other states, we'll be able to do more milestones when we grab pictures that day. Paladins. Coach Mike Shipley, Laverne High School, Laverne, Oklahoma. Tayden Hope, Laverne High School, Laverne, Oklahoma. Tyson Helmet, Laverne High School, Laverne, Oklahoma. Corbin Evans, Laverne High School, Laverne, Oklahoma. Bronk Maines, Laverne High School, Laverne, Oklahoma. You like that one, huh? Talon Sutton, Laverne High School, Laverne, Oklahoma. Alan Tarver, Kanawha High School, Kanawha, Oklahoma. And Ryan Smith, Kanawha High School, Kanawha, Oklahoma. Rainbow Six. Zachary Patton, Glenpool, Oklahoma. Braylon Cole, Glenpool High School, Glenpool, Oklahoma. Levi Dawes, Glenpool High School, Glenpool, Oklahoma. Jace Gates, Glenpool High School, Glenpool, Oklahoma. Smash Brothers. Nick Geezy, Wisconsin Connections Academy, Appleton, Wisconsin, coach. Micah Grant, Wisconsin Connections Academy, Appleton, Wisconsin. Jeremiah Grant, Wisconsin Connections Academy, Appleton, Wisconsin. Coach Freddie Paline, La Follette High School, Madison, Wisconsin. Coach Joman Schachter, La Follette High School, Madison, Wisconsin. Matthew Wright, La Follette High School, Madison, Wisconsin. Stephen Ogedelli, La Follette High School, Madison, Wisconsin. Coach Morgan Houston, Green Country Technology Center, Okmulgee, Oklahoma. Hope I pronounced that one right. Riley Barnett, Green Country Technology Center, Okmulgee, Oklahoma. And that was Smash. For Smite, Dylan Brandt, Elkhorn, Wisconsin, Elkhorn High School. Trenton Hodges, Elkhorn High School, Elkhorn, Wisconsin. And I do believe this is our last title. Valorant. Nate Junker, Apple Valley High School, Apple Valley, Minnesota. Devin Vichayarith, Apple Valley High School, Apple Valley, Minnesota. Sorry if I did that wrong, Devin. Tony Ma, Apple Valley High School, Apple Valley, Minnesota. Santiago Lala, Apple Valley High School, Apple Valley, Minnesota. Anton Chung, Apple Valley High School, Apple Valley, Minnesota. Their coach, again, Isaac Johnson, Apple Valley High School, Apple Valley, Minnesota. Coach, Jose Jimenez, South Sioux City High School, South Sioux City, Nebraska. Braden Pinow, Walden High School, Racine, Wisconsin. Isandro Lopez, Walden 3 High School, Racine, Wisconsin. Luke Hopkins, Walden 3 High School, Racine, Wisconsin. Zane Wynn, Walden 3 High School, Racine, Wisconsin. Ethan Jacobson, Walden 3 High School, Racine, Wisconsin. Kyle Bransky, Walden 3 High School, Racine, Wisconsin. Giselle Epps, Walden 3 High School, Racine, Wisconsin. Noah Walton, Epic Charter Schools, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Reagan Buckner, Epic Charter Schools, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Ethan Hill, Epic Charter Schools, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Matthew Hayes, Epic Charter Schools, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Coach Matt Bullimore, Oak Creek High School, Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Justin Liang, Oak Creek High School, Oak Creek, Wisconsin. And Nabil Hinawi, Oak Creek High School, Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Blake Jenkin, Oak Creek High School, Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Jonathan Fuhrer, Walden 3 High School, Racine, Wisconsin. Coach. That's 131 awards or cards across 8 states. Coaches, students, college students, high school students, associations. I am very proud to honor all of them. I am glad Walter is with me in honoring them. I have some special thanks. This is a big undertaking. Thank you to my wife for helping behind the scenes. All of these cards are printed locally here at Frontline Printing. Roland Hecker is the owner there and was working late, well, no, not late, into the early morning hours last night to get these printed and over here, and we are still making some changes last minute. So Roland and Frontline Printing, thank you. Each of you are getting 50 copies of your card. If you wish to order more later because you're passing them out to anyone and everyone, which would be great, you also have the business card there so you can call and order them directly from Roland, and I do believe he ships them right out to you and things. Julie Barwick and Wyatt Barlick have been big help backstage for the last 2 years too, helping organize the awards and get them handed out to me up front. Thank you. Somebody you cannot see because he's hidden in the high parts of the auditorium. Cole Boatwright is stepping in to help with our live stream, and Blair Grunwald also helped to get that up and running so that we were ready to go today. Thank you for your help with the live stream. I also wish to thank Fairfield Community School District as well as the FHS custodians for helping get the stage ready and put up with me as we were getting ready for this ceremony in the tournament. So thank you, FHS and Fairfield School District. And again, I want to say thank you again for the vision and the work behind the scenes to Walter. I also would like to just mention one more time, MCC, the Fairfield Trojan Esports, IAHSEA, the International Video Game Hall of Fame, Cinema Fairfield, Meetatumwa, Quicklert, and Gravity Gaming by Bytespeed for our financial and tournament sponsors. Thank you very much. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. Lastly, I challenge you all, elevate and celebrate. Thank you for being here. I do believe it has been tradition that we have a picture on the stage with everybody who is here. So if you're here to watch and celebrate, come on up for a picture.
He's going to stand right here.
Are we ready? This is John. Give us a J. J. Give us an O. O. Give us an H. H. Give us an N. N. What's that spell? John. Who do we love? John. One more time.
Hesitant.